Okay, so last time I kind of considered actually getting the snake in the grass thing because I do kind of like its effect, but I've also been spending way too many gems on things like that. But whenever I have 1,000, it almost feels like a shame not to. Or maybe I should consider getting a zombie hero or something. But I kind of made that rule that I can only get a hero if, I mean, obviously I can get it through a pack, but I just haven't in this whole playthrough for whatever reason. But I can only get it if I have a legendary of each of their types. I could only get one as plants at that time, which probably is still the case now because I don't have any zombie legendaries besides the two that came from the guaranteed pack with the nurse and the whatever, the nurse and the other one, or maybe that's not even legendary, but whatever. We could only get it in that case, so we won't have enough of the legendaries for different types. Like, so if they're brainy and crazy or whatever the two types are, you need at least one legendary. That's just my own imaginary format that I come up with, just like how I don't craft either. But I'm gonna do it because I do like it, but we're sort of spoiling the plants a little bit too much as well. Why don't we just call this the Kevin Durant card? Am I right? Haha. It's only 450 as well. And before this week's actually is Bad Moon Rising, then I feel bad for not getting another one. It would actually let me get another one, but I don't want it. But that's its effect. It should automatically give me a free one because, you know. Okay, it's not gonna be that still. I mean, one of these times we're gonna get it. I just know it. And people always came up with their different speculations as far as when revealed on heights. Okay, that doesn't matter to me at all. We want to get up to 1,000 before, you know, whatever, next time. I've kind of done this too much, though. It's like, I could easily have bought like 5 packs for that amount of, you know, whatever. Captain Combustible pack, that might actually be worth it too, but, you know, because we've had such good success with Captain Combustible, but we saw one of the funniest interactions possible in this game, though, where like they did some crazy thing, right, where it wasn't Bad Moon Rising, it'd be like the equivalent of it for plants or something, and they got only the pine cones or something. He got something that turned everything into a pine cone. 750 grass knuckles. All these ones I'm not going to do, or I can't even do it right now. Yeah, there's really nothing of interest here, and these haven't changed the whole fucking time I've played the game. What is the thing that I was talking about? Obviously the event card. Who's it going to actually be for? I never look at these. Man, Green Shadow gets spoiled with all the best kind of stuff. Like, you would think Wall Knight would be able to use that other one that I got. I was almost expecting it to be for him. The one that has the Knight as the shield, the mushroom. That's like, it does 2 damage to you whenever you play a spell. It even has a walnut on its fucking shield, right? But whatever. Yeah, we'll just stick that in there. Like, how many event cards does this guy even have? We got this one a couple weeks ago, and I still haven't even gotten a chance to use it once for some reason, right? Or at least when I do use it, I never get the effect of it. I love that this game has a 40 card deck too. Like, this game has more cards in its decks than Hearthstone, this casual mobile only exclusive game. So as much as I love Hearthstone, that does make it look like a bit of a clown show, because how can you have a 30 deck card limit? Renethal level of update here. That's got to be one of my craziest RNG moments in anything ever, though. Because even though this game has fewer cards, what are the chances that you would get 2 Dark Matter Dragon Fruits just period? Let alone so early, let alone, you know, 2 of the same ones, 2 of the best ones. Like, it's really one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my whole life. Like, that is like a lottery moment. I could calculate out the odds. What are the chances of that happening? I might have even gotten them like back to back too. Not like in back to back packs, but back to back episodes or whatever, like between a few packs. I haven't actually opened a pack in a super long time, unless it's one you just get from the pinata or the end of month rewards and stuff like that. So what would I get rid of here? Most of these things kind of deserve a double thing. You know, some of this I'm just putting there almost for variety. I mean, you might think even that you're not going to get a chance to use both of them, but to whatever extent it's worth it, it is still good. I mean, I guess you could do this because it's going to have a similar, you know, cost and value proposition, but I don't really like the idea of doing that because that is a pretty good card. Well, everything relative to it's pretty good only because it's the best that I have available is the point. I really got to stop this thing of always spoiling always letting Captain Combustible and all these same ones lead the way, because then I never get to some of the other ones because of how short my episodes actually are. So if we look at legendaries and event cards, let's actually see what we have. Right, if I was trying to follow that rule, that one just mentions it. What is the card that they use there, though? It's almost like, I don't know, like fill every lane with something. Yeah, see, we wouldn't even be able to do it on that basis, though. Let's see what the event cards are. I don't actually know if there's a way to like look through your whole collection without specifying it to zombies or whatever. So we got the Frankenstein one, which I don't know if that was around Halloween. I don't think it was. It was just at some random time. Maybe they did this one because of the Super Bowl around then. Like the way they do it makes no sense. What the timing of it is. Because then by that logic, Bad Moon Rising should have been, yeah, it should have been on the solar eclipse, or it should have been on the whatever, on Halloween itself. The Snake in the Grass is new, but we got a couple other ones. Okay, so we've only gotten 3, which is still a lot. That's 15 packs I could have gotten. That's like 2 heroes I could have gotten. But I'm trying almost not to get a hero because I just got the one, and that's been pretty exciting to use, but I was sort of hoping to get them from a pack, and that's just never happened, right? They never ever give it to me. Play 2 plants in water lanes, win 5 multiplayer games. Okay, those aren't too hard to do. What was I saying? Oh yeah, what is that card? Fill every lane with a plant or something. New, that must just be the event card still. Like, put a plant in every lane. Is there not such a thing? Every lane. It was totally the pine cone thing, so it would have to be, what the heck? I guess it would have to be a legendary, so we could narrow it down that way. It makes it very easy to search this game because it has so few cards. This one we got a chance to use from some conjuration effect, the walnut bowling, which is pretty fun. But yeah, this is what it was. Or no, maybe that's all it was. It summoned one of these and then it transformed everything else into pine cone. So it's supposed to be like, oh, Bad Moon Rising caliber thing that summons all these crazy, you know, really strong things, and then it turns into that. But what is it? The zucchini like polymorphs everything basically, right? Where it turns into a 1/1. That's like the only form of removal like that, or silence, that you have in this game. Is it this one? Yeah, make a random plant in each other lane. So that was a hilarious moment. He does this and you think, oh, you know, shit, he's gonna win the game, right? That should have been the play that broke the camel's back. Like, it'll be like Bad Moon Rising, although it's not as good because it's not as cheap, right? That's only 7 cost, but yeah, that's gonna win him the game, and then it actually fucks him over because even what he had already, right, was probably better than the stupid pine cone. So this card can screw you over so badly. I love that. Okay, let's go ahead, give Captain Combustible this shot. Almost rank 10, which is not really a big deal. One of these times I'm gonna have to get to rank 50, but at least once I get Bad Moon Rising, that'll be the final phase. That'll be the end game of this playthrough. That card will literally mark it because for whatever reason I just want it so badly, and I feel like a clown maybe for missing it the first time I saw it. Because it's been like a year since I played this game, so how could I have missed it if it came up again? Okay, I'll gladly win, trade, farm these bots. I don't know why you'd really do that though. Maybe he's trying to do daily quest that just says play X number of games, but you don't have to win them. But some people were doing that last time too a little bit, just resigning immediately. It's not even that I can't handle these higher matchups, but I feel like, you know, the matchmaking is so broken. And the only assurance there that I wouldn't mind is if you were guaranteed that these are actually players, but it always boggles my mind that, or you know what you would think is you would keep playing the same players over and over because, you know, especially at the same time, like who else is going to be playing right now in this region, in this time zone, whatever, however it works. It doesn't seem to really have restrictions in that way, but yeah, let's see how long Captain Combustible lasts. And what I kind of do is prioritize the ones that I like more. So for plants, I would play Combustible, then Green Shadow, then Wall Knight, and then lastly Solar Flare. Even though I like Green Shadow the most, and even Wall Knight I probably like more than Combustible just because he's new, I've been using it. And then as far as the zombies, I go like the Smash. Part of that is just because his collection is better, not even because I necessarily like him that much more. We have the Combustible, or no, we'd have the Smash, then we'd have Super. No, I guess we do Smash, Infinity, then Super Brains. I don't even dislike Super Brains. I just don't think I have the best cards really with him to make him that good. The one archetype that you see a lot is just a zombie pirate thing. And this is the kind of game where people will complain about the meta, but then they'll still keep doing it. Or I guess that's just like every card game ever, maybe, but or every multiplayer game period ever. Like, they'll complain about the meta, but they'll still keep using the stuff that is in the meta. Right? Nobody's stopping you from just using some fun, zany, crazy shit. Which, of course, in fact, this is the one game that suits me not only at this time where I'm such a casual, like I'm only playing these games. I'm doing secondary categories as primary categories, and I'm only playing them once a week, and I'm only doing them for like an hour. This game actually still is rewarding in that sense because, you know, it's so short. We played around that because they can't summon two things there and make it like a triple team up. But no, you know, because it is so casual, and because I'm become so casual myself, it almost does suit me in this state. But also, it's the fact that all these kind of weird formats that I do, like where, for example, I don't want to craft anything. In most card games, you can't really do it like that. Right, that would be insane to try to, especially in a free-to-play context. But here it actually doesn't feel that bad because, sure, it still puts you at a minor disadvantage, but, you know, you'd be paying a higher amount. Like, even as much as people say, oh, this game is pay to win, which it's really not, aside from maybe some stupid one pack like a kitchen sink zombie or something like that, which I don't get why only that would be the one they would choose to do like that. But the point is that you'd be in a position to effectively, what was I gonna say? Hopefully this doesn't crash this time, or I guess it crashed in between my stream, my earlier stream and this one. But we've had this like 2 weeks in a row where it crashed. One time my audio bugged out afterwards, so I had to mute it, and then the other time it just kind of crashed at the beginning. So that you could just do to the face, which I'm almost inclined to. I mean, their hand is kind of drying out. Literally, because they're summoning amphibious stuff. There should be something that are instead of amphibious, it should be aquatic, which means they can only be played on the water. But I don't think there is stuff like that. Everything is either just amphibious or not. I love the way this hero looks, actually, too. Or even the set of two. There's like Neptuna and then the other chick who's similar. Yeah, that's the one game I want PopCap to make. I keep asking for that between these two card games. I want to see a Magic the Gathering MMO or some kind of single-player game where you get to explore all the lore and everything like that, even though they borrow so much of it from other universes like Lord of the Rings and this and that. And then for this universe, I want to see like an MMO as well, where you could bring stuff like this to life for all the other plants and things like that. Okay, we should have won that. What? He's gonna lag switch us both out. Yeah, that's good, but it takes me forever to do that 300 damage quest. What was I saying, though? I can't remember. Okay, this is at least a favorable matchup. Yeah, this sort of game actually works when it comes to the whole expectation of, you know, like me doing a particular format. or yeah, the whole pay to win thing. You might think, oh well, if you play this free to play, it can be hard and unrewarding. But imagine playing, try to play Magic the Gathering Arena like that, or try to play Hearthstone like that, or try to play, any of these other games like that. It's much worse because there's way more cards to keep up with and collect and everything like that. Maybe this game sort of throttles you a little bit because it doesn't give you enough rewards that some of those games do, but also, again, there's just far less cards to even worry about, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's just try to complete the weekly quest or whatever. I always call them daily quests, but... the pea plant, let's just go here. Okay. And my only win condition here really is aggro. There's nothing else I can do with this guy. Although, oddly enough, it ends up being that way regardless, right? Whether it's with this guy or not, I kind of prefer to... I do that anyway because, again, my collection can be so limited. Right, that one can become really annoying if you want to stick around. Also, that's literally me, by the way. Fuck. That one actually kind of helps me because... Well, not really, though. This Poison Ivy has usually been pretty good to me, even though I'm not a big fan of Anti-Hero, because it feels like it is just like a 1-3, but so often they can't deal with it. Or it just sticks around in positions where you wouldn't normally expect it to. Like, that health value is very unpredictable. Oh shit, I take its praises and you get another one. +1/+1 when the goat is hurt, but how does it... Oh, it's because of the Coliseum thing. I guess that's worth doing, although I almost shouldn't have done it. Yeah, I'm even saying aggro is the only win condition, but I'm worried about a stupid fucking goat. I shouldn't swear so much. This is more like a kids-friendly game, but I'm kind of in a bad mood because I've been... I even went out of my way to play chess today extra just to try to catch up, and I've been doing so bad in that. What was meant to be only a secondary series has turned into that's really my main series among everything, because it's just like, wait, that will be the Leafy synergy that you... Wait, what? Oh, how is that not Leafy? Oh, that is Leafy. Oh my god. Okay, I better win now because I kind of botched that interaction. But yeah, I've been kind of tanking it in that. It's just so boring because you have to study. Right, like imagine studying a game. Not that people wouldn't study the meta in, card games or MMOs or anything else. That is a pretty sick animation. Imagine getting plagiarized, striked for that. Like, oh, they copied James Bond in a little card game for little kids based on Plants vs. Zombies. We gotta do a takedown, DMCA on this game. You gotta shut them down. Like how Hearthstone would get shut down in China because of the succubus, so they have to change it to a Fellstalker or whatever, just because, oh, the succubus is too sultry of an appearance. Like, that's one of the dumbest things ever. Don't do it for at least this region then. If they're sensitive about it there, only change it there. But right, we all have to suffer because of their censorious standards. You do see a lot of people from China or Asia here in this game, whatever, with the text, whether that means they're bots in some way or I don't know, but some of these names don't really seem like real player names, but then again, you never know. One of these times I'm not going to notice that I lost and I'm just going to keep playing, but I think normally I've been pretty good about that. If I make that mistake once, it invalidates the whole playthrough. Or like if I craft one card, which I accidentally did do. I didn't mean to click on it, but somehow I must have inadvertently. But then I obviously didn't use it, or it was like the 5th copy of something that I already had. I mean, it's going to be aggro versus aggro. I almost should have just used that too, to make it like a 4-1. He's only rank 11. As high as I've ever gotten is like rank 20, right? I've never gotten beyond that, but I guess I've never played enough to even potentially do that. This card ends up being kind of useless because I should ignore it, and then this could end up killing everything that he has. This moves to a random lane when the plan is played here. Alright, that's actually perfect because I do want to just go phase rather than trade, but that can be kind of dangerous too. Yeah, let's actually do that. So now if we play our little Grapes of Wrath thing, then we get to... Or wait. Oh, that must be something else. We get to actually just kill all of it. Yeah, summon another thing with 1 health, but even though you have 0 brains. In real life and in the game. Yeah, this has got to be one of the most casual games I've ever played. Just because you wouldn't have thought I would have played it this long at least. Or I should have actually put that in the middle. I keep saying what I should be committing to is full aggro, but then I keep not doing it. I'm a mid-range player at heart, so I don't even like Captain Combustible for that reason, but it's been working pretty well for me at least. There's no way I'll get to rank 20 though. I mostly just want to, today's session at least, I just want to mostly do the daily quests. The real format with a series like this just turns into like we're just building up our collection, right? That's the whole fun of it, and see what we get and make the most of it. Nuzlocke, you know, card game run, kind of like I don't know. Like that's what I've been doing in Magic, not so much the no crafting thing. I mean, you can't disenchant stuff anyway, but you can craft. But it's just kind of like the only thing we're trying to do is just build up our collection. There is no other real format or anything else I'm trying to do. I love the one that gives you a double attack. That can be so good. This one you unfortunately cannot do anything about. Or no, you can't. Oh, this is gonna be sick. This is gonna be sick. Now you can double attack with that. He should be almost dead. Assuming you can't do anything about that, which with 1 mana I kind of doubt. Mana, brain, sun. So many different ways I would call it. The little auto-generating resource. Okay. For the chicken, they should have a special animation where it hides inside of an egg instead of a gravestone. Yeah, you still get to watch the laborious act of it hitting that twice. Oh, shit. Or no, I keep doing stupid things. I should have put it on there just to... Well, it should be okay. We're both in like full top deck mode, and I still won't get the chance to play the 2... Or the, whatever, the triple attack. Now we still get to bully that chicken lane. I don't get what happens when this is full sometimes. Like, why did that even happen? So it should still trigger now. Alright, triggers now. Now I could finish you off with that, but you're obviously going to have an answer for it still next turn. And I just don't have enough to... Damn it. This is always 1 turn late. Okay, that'll at least put it there. I could win off the back of this, but now I'm not going to have anything left on the board. That's the problem. Freeze a plan, that's actually still fine, but now I'm not going to be able to survive it. Like, Captain Combustible of all people isn't going to have a heal. Yeah, he's been hogging all the screen time, partly because I give him the first shot precedent, but also because I get to, well, I guess not now, but also just because he's done so well. Overshoot 2. That's not a mechanic that I really have even seen too often, but like a lot of the mechanics in the game, there's only going to be a few cards that really have it because there's only a few cards relatively total. Yeah, this card always ends up being fucking useless. Maybe I should almost get rid of it. Okay, that's coming along, so you have to win 2 more games, which shouldn't be too bad. Let's switch over to the Smash, who has done decently, but for actually his collection is pretty good, all things considered. Certainly of the zombies, he's the best, or at least I'm saying that because he has the legendaries and the other ones don't. But you even have like the 6/7, the 7 mana 6/7 or whatever it is. 6 mana 7/8, I should say. The 6/7/8 card, where it has, you know, like a gradually rising number set, whatever. All zombies get +1/+1. Not really something you want right now. The Yeti was actually pretty damn good. It's a 4 mana Yeti that's much better than the other one that just gives you lunchboxes. This one actually conjures like a pet, and those let me play a lot of interesting cards last time. I can't remember exactly what, but see, that one I don't even mind, but it won't let you farm up your block meter at least, but that 1 damage is not going to make much of a difference. You play a pet, that's fine. Yeah, it synergizes with a lot of this, but it's also just good in its own right, because if they can't kill it, you're going to keep getting a lot of good stuff. Like, whatever. Potential legendaries and crazy stuff, or even the average pet is still going to be pretty good. You might think that's dumb, like, oh, I should have put that in the water, but I really don't feel threatened by that fucking bullseye clown thing. The problem is if they buff it. +2/+2, didn't even do it. Yeah, there was actually somebody else in this category, which often there's not. Or it's always like maybe the same people and whatever, but they had like about the same viewers as me, like 2 for the whole category. This is the one category you can consistently be at the top of, but I guess it's not hard because there's nobody in it otherwise, so. Or again, occasionally there'll be like one big streamer who's known for it, which I actually forget who they are. Like PvZ Tryhard is one, and a couple others I can't remember. Lance here, yeah, -1. The plan is played move it here, so I'd move it kind of just out of the way so I can go phase more, even though this is not the deck to really be doing that with as much. Wall Knight I do like, but I don't necessarily have the cards to make him as good as maybe what he should be. But now it's worth it because you at least save the 4/1. Or even they're both worth it because you save the... You save both of them. So when a plan is played, move it there, which is great because you get to basically figure a way to keep them out of the way of you going face. And again, like every environment, there's nothing you can do about it aside from... I can literally just summon a black hole in the palm of my hands. Like, what kind of badass character is it that we're playing as? That is a pretty thick ability. Yeah, this game is a great example of like either a vocal minority or like just a very passionate niche fan base where it's not the most popular game, it's not something you would have heard a lot about it, but it has more passionate fans than so many other even bigger games out there, which really surprised me when I saw it. Conjure history card, just do that, I guess. Oh shit, so you get to play all these fun interactions. I'm literally the dude who would play this by itself too. You're mainly supposed to get it from the king effect of whatever that. There's some legendary king card that's like that. Right, let's do a couple more. This will be a short episode for sure, but my schedule lately has been pretty insane, so I can't really even do anything anymore. Even in these short casual things that I'm doing, like how I've gotten rid of so many of what would have been my main series. The raw zombie is kind of garbage. Yeah, let's see the Yeti actually shine. So we keep it alive as long as we can, and then we end up getting like an infinite amount of value basically because, you know, yeah, some of the presentation elements of this game, and even the what do you hunt? Anything with a face. I was quoting that in my Red Dead thing yesterday. Thomas McAllister role player. What do you call it? Like some of the presentation, how the things don't appear as cards and things like that, I've said a million times. Those elements actually put some other games to shame a little bit though, or even just the sense of personality and whatever that the whole series is known for is kind of impressive. Yeah, let's actually just do this. The fact that it returns to my hand is only bad if I really need the board presence, but in this long-term sense, I'm going to keep farming out cards from that, and then we'll be fine. Or you could just trade into it, so it's not like there's any guarantee there, but wait, that card can definitely get out of hand very quickly. With 4 less, I maybe should just use it. You don't know whether he's going to have a synergy for it or not. I always just think of Noah from Yu-Gi-Oh! With that effect, because he had a lot of those spirits things that would do that. They'll return to your hands at the end of the turn. A zombie played on this gets +1/+2. Let's not even worry about that, and then we'll just... Or no, maybe I'll do it. I just don't want this to get too out of hand. Right, so I should have just done this instead. Slam and smackdown. Now he's all crouched down there. We have a pretty good board, and again, he would have to prioritize the Yeti because you're not gonna let me keep getting infinite value here, are you? Because that would be too convenient. It's not like it's that hard really to get rid of. I don't know how I protected it the last time, because it did stay around for a while. Or was that last episode or before? I did get that pretty recently. It must have been from the Pinata pack that you get. So that effect is like a double-edged sword, but in this case it's perfect because you get to keep doing this. Just abuse it. Or that makes it amphibious now too, which is kind of a waste because... Oh shit. Hippity Hop Gargantuar. They really overdid it with the Gargantuar appearances and gimmicks to them. Like just there's so many. And the hunt can kind of screw you over. If you're trying to rush them down and finish them off, it'll let them save themselves basically. Seems like a waste. I should have done it on the Dr. Pepper dude, but that would be the better name, wouldn't it? But you don't want a copyright thing. Not Pepper MD. Maybe that's even what they had to work around. Why is it called Pepper MD? That sounds dumb. It should be Dr. Pepper. But you can't call it that because, oh, that'll copyright the soda or something, I guess. Conjure a mystery egg. That should be fine. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with that. But yeah, the block meter even cucks my ability to do the daily quest thing because that damage will be absorbed. So we needed like 41 more. This thing I don't think is really too good here. When hurt, this gets +4 unless you have some kind of OTK combo where you buff it up yourself like that. Move a plan, he gets +1. Alright, come on. Ever seen anybody half asleep play PvZ Heroes? Oh right, it's a dead game anyway, so you wouldn't know the difference. Ever seen anyone play PvZ Heroes? Period. How about that? That'll be the joke for this one. Let's go ahead and go here, I guess. You would think I would like Amphibious a little more because I'm always a fan of these sort of sneaky styles of play that you would, you know, bypass expectation and there's nothing they can do about it no matter how strong their board is and stuff. But the slant doesn't really stop them from doing anything, but the water can sometimes be a little bit more impactful. Okay, let's see what we can do. This one's going on for a while. I definitely do want to complete the daily quest, but this is a lot. Yeah, just go all in. This is one of my pet peeves about the game. This is like the Hearthstone vertical card back placement that you can't even see like the half of it, the bottom half. You don't get to see the beautiful face of your own minions here just because it's off the side of the mobile screen. All we needed was like 2 more, so I mean, this one is going on for a while. Yeah, look at the insane amount of value I would potentially get from this, though. Destroy one of their nuts or berries. But that would work for this, wouldn't it? Cactus plant, when played, increase your hero's maximum health by 10. Heal your hero for 10. Also known as Renathal. One of the most hated cards in the history of Hearthstone. Yeah, did they release this one around Easter for the event thing? I don't even know. Okay, come on, bro. Not even that late, but I just always am so tired lately. Alright, so all we have to do is just win this one. The 41 or so damage should be almost there. Okay if you do this, but he never stopped me from using the Yeti. That's the whole thing. And this does damage. Conjure a mustache evolution. He's just dragging it out for so long, but you saw the immense value of the Yeti there. It was quite impressive. Okay. It's sort of fucking endless loop OTK bullshit, dude. Whatever, it's not like I really need to do those, but it feels like a shame if you don't. We'll go back to Green Shadow. Right, you just have to win 1 game and do like 16 damage, both of which will happen pretty much guaranteed in the next one here. You get rid of that useless card, get rid of that, get rid of that. Can we actually see? But the problem is we'll summon that, but then we won't be able to see the gravestones because there won't be any and it'll die by the time there are. Right, you're not going to see gravestones on turn 1 or turn 2 typically. But even though I like the rare interactable effect of this card because nothing else is interactive in terms of attacking or this or that, at least I would have liked to see how that works once for the 500 gems that I wasted on it. You get a chance to use our new little snake in the grass thing. The damage value part will be easy, but actually winning the game might not be. Yeah, just summon something with a gravestone so I can see it, but it almost doesn't matter. Okay, you go like this, try to save it so we can milk that effect again later. Yeah, we'll be on our way to having 1,000 again, so it won't even really matter too much. Yeah, the snake in the grass is good. If you can't get rid of it, we just go straight into see whenever we got a chance to use the gravestone effect. Yeah, speaking of Chinese players or whatever, seems to be very popular. Yeah, this would be one of those politically acceptable games to play because it doesn't have anything. Okay, so you get the effect of that. Nice way to show it off at least. You get this. You may as well just do it. My hand's a little bit dried out. If I can just get like a buff though, we'd be in good shape. Only bad thing with this is the fact that you can I don't know, get rid of it with this stupid ass bullet buff. You don't do it with the buff right away. Okay, that's beautiful. That we should be done. That hopefully we had done enough damage there. He might have healed, but we might not have actually. Shit. What? You have 6 more damage to do, so I guess I'll do one last one. The other one doesn't bother me too much because that's not going to give you too much anyway. I think I've almost never completed one of these longer scale ones in like 1 week, or in like the same week that I get it. Yeah, whatever. At least it will be within the realm of being able to, and even if it does come up next time, I could do it the time after that where I get it. Those things don't really bother me too much. We technically don't even have to win this one. We can just do literally the 6 damage and just quit out. Or whatever. Lose. Oh shit, here we go. A cool icon too. Swashbuckler zombie. That does actually have a tremendous amount of impact because then you'll know whether it's worth putting something there to try to trade or something like that. Yeah, that has some pretty crazy animations, and of course I'm always a fan of psychic Pokemon, so there you go. The problem with this is it's gonna be too weak, but I guess I'll still just do it anyway. Let's run for the rest of the game. I don't know why it makes you even choose a lane like to do that on. It doesn't matter what it is. Or why, I don't know. Yeah, that was a pretty cool interaction, the snake in the grass thing. You can see that one makes sense because at least you have to choose the middle or whatever. Okay, they both have deadly. I still have plenty of health. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's literally see what's in that. 3-1, so you don't feel like really too scared about it at least. Okay, come on, bro. We're just doing this as a courtesy encore game because we don't even need it. And we've certainly done more than 6 damage. Move a zombie does a bonus attack. He's only down to fucking 4 already, so you can easily finish him off. Or maybe not. Oh, shit. Okay. We're still not dead, but pretty close. Oh, damn. We were so close there. That might have been stupid because you could have froze it or something else. Yeah, shit, we're gonna lose, or actually technically we might still not lose. Because we get this. Oh shit, now we could win to that unless he gets the block meter as well. Or we win with the Spyrus, whatever, the little psychic spoon thing again. Which, why would it be a psychic spoon? It would be, I don't know actually what it is, now that I think about it. Okay, see you tomorrow.